All of these people, the Red Tories, for the most part, except for Michael Chong, have been chased out of the Conservative Party, and it's become more of a right-wing party with a lot of MAGA people in it.
As far as the speech in Toronto, the way I would sum it up would be Canada's still broken, and is what he's trying to tell people. And it didn't work the first time for Mr. Poilievre when Canadians were tired of Mr. Trudeau.
Basically argued, let's keep this guy there. And none of them went with the because he's so much better than Mark Carney line. A lot of Conservatives are as relieved about the notion of a majority Liberal government as many who are not Conservative. Pierre Poilievre suddenly is trying to make that he's better able at economics than someone who was a central banker in 2 G7 countries.
I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get really sick of this. I've been on YouTube, X, Facebook for the last couple of days. Just been busy, but I'm seeing something, and we need to talk about it right now. Certain media figures are basically trying to manufacture this impression that Pierre is under some kind of serious internal pressure to step down. I don't know if you've noticed it, whether that pressure is actually there or not. It's irrelevant, but they've been doing it constantly. And they're floating like the same suggestion over and over, only in slightly different ways. And I think they're doing it until it starts to sound real, just because people have heard it so much. You know, that whole thing, say it till people believe it. That's the game that I'm seeing. It's not solid reporting at all. It's BS. It's basically insinuation. And just like we did the last time with Vashi, this is narrative framing, and they're building, and they're dressing all this up as journalism. It's honestly disgusting to watch. They keep using the same bag of tricks. And now they're using like keyword influencing. They're using things like rumble, pressure, caucus vote, leadership questions, step down. Not because they've shown any of us any undeniable evidence, because they haven't, but because they know that if we repeat the same suggestion over and over, that it has this power, right? Like, I make you think that this is the common thing everyone is saying all the time now. If you hear the same thing over and over, from media personalities, a lot of people start assuming it's got to be true. That's how you basically manufacture a storyline. You keep planting the same lie over and over in someone's head until they believe it. Right now, I haven't seen anything about Pierre stepping down. If anything, I'm seeing he has a tremendous level of support. And all these, because what it is that they're operating in innuendo. All this is innuendo. All you need to know is that all of this is just innuendo. What is innuendo? It's when you imply something that you have essentially no proof of, and you're trying to steer or move everybody into your way of inference or what you're trying to say. I mean, let me give you an example. In this particular post, it says that the Conservatives have basically become another PPC. Another post amplifies that the claim that the party is now full of MAGA people, and that's Fife, right? This dude who's supposed to be above board in journalism and not biased, by the way. Even if you don't like Trump, there's a big thing to be said about the fact that you are literally bringing in your bias, and you're supposed to be a reporter. Dude, do you not understand, Fife, that you're kicking yourself in the foot, that you kick yourself in the foot when you show your bias? Because how then can I trust anything you say when you show a clear animus against somebody else? Just saying. You get another post, I think it was CBC. The party's biggest problem is its leader. Really? Okay. So I don't know if you're noticing the pattern. It's little hints, implications, exaggerate, repeat. Keep a cloud hanging everywhere. Even though you can't prove there's a storm, just keep a cloud hanging there. That's what makes this basically so cheap. This isn't serious journalism. They're not holding power to account. This is basically gossip dressed up as journalism. It's all gossip. It's strategically built on planting doubt into all of us, creating that panic, hoping that some of us are really gullible and stupid enough to confuse basically repetition with the truth. All these people are pushing this line. They're all trying to keep this impression alive. And they keep amplifying these vague claims as if they mean anything. They don't mean shit. Maybe they're not all coordinating, but I think they absolutely all are feeding the same narrative machine, and they all have their own agenda. And this has nothing to do with whether or not Pierre Poilievre is a viable leader, which I think he absolutely is. It is precisely because he is literally the white blood cell in this sick-stricken body. Imagine a scenario where the disease begins to talk and tries to call the cure the sickness. Sick. It's just, this is how sick and wanting to hold on to power. People need to stop passively absorbing this garbage. We need to start asking like basic questions at this point. Like, where's your proof? Enough with the innuendo. Where's your proof? I can have innuendos too. I could make claims about all of you. I think, I've heard rumblings. I'm not sure. There's an internal review happening at the CBC. It's all alleged, but this is what I've been hearing from all my friends out in Ottawa. You see how it's so easy to do? I mean, where's the letter? Where's the votes? Who's actually calling for him to go? How many in caucus are doing this? Where's the hard evidence? Where's the hard evidence that this is no more than manufactured crisis that's not really happening? Because when the story depends this heavily on basically suggestions and innuendos, the tone, the endless repetition, the chances are that you're not probably watching anything close to reality. What you're witnessing is coercive, manipulative, suggestive language aimed at essentially making you believe the lie that Pierre will step down, has to step down, must step down, will be forced out. All these are what an enemy would do, not what a journalist would do, where they want the leader of the opposition because he's too strong to step down. You're basically watching them warp reality and shaping it as they want you to see it. And that's the bullshit.